There are some things, if you're the Memphis Grizzlies, you're 20-5 in the regular season without Ja Morant. They're better defensively without Ja Morant. If they can get Desmond Bane going, his usage rate, his stats in those 25 games when Ja was out exceeded what his production levels when Ja was in the game. So give some credit to Steph Curry, who's been his primary defender most of this series. Jordan Poole has also been his primary defender for a lot of this series. And those guys have just really limited him. They're better defensively. They believe because they've done it. And you can argue about the quality of those 20 wins in the regular season. I get all that. But they believe they can do it. They can get Bane going, and Ja can come back at some point in this series. I think they can still get to 7 games. Game 7.
Okay. You danced like Fred Astaire right there, but that's okay. That's okay. It happens. It happens. Let me be very, very clear to you. Series is over. I'm going to say it. Series is over. Memphis Grizzlies, a number of love for y'all. Y'all are future, okay? Series is over. I don't believe this series is, I don't believe Memphis is winning this series. I didn't believe it to begin with, but let me be more emphatically clear. They ain't winning game 4. And if they ain't winning game 4, you ain't beating Golden State 3 straight. That's why I say it's over. Now, it's still a possibility it could go 6 because I can see you going back to Memphis. I can see Ja Morant down 3-0 coming out there, and showing what Ja can only show, okay? You win game 5, you make things interesting for game 6, all right, for 3 quarters, and then Golden State says, okay, lights out. It's time, okay? And they do what they do. The Golden State Warriors, here's what I get where you're coming from because you want to be cautious about what Memphis can do. My problem is you ain't mentioned what Golden State has been doing. Offensively, where was Memphis defense? Where were they? You talk about Steph, you talk about Clay, you talk about Jordan Poole. Clay had to show up, and he showed up after that APB was out for him after games 1 and 2. Couldn't find him, was looking around all over the damn place. We found Klay Thompson in game 3. We know what Jordan Poole can do. We know what Steph can do. And then we talk about Wiggins and Kuminga coming on the court because you needed somebody now that Gary Payton II is out due to the clothesline from Dylan Brooks. You needed somebody that was a bit long, athletic, that could potentially challenge the Jaws of the world when they got to the rim. You ain't gonna stop Ja by any stretch of the imagination, but you can make things a bit more difficult. So I'm thinking about the contribution from a Kuminga. I'm looking at Otto Porter Jr. to go with Steph, Clay, and Jordan Poole. Please, this series is over. They will lose tonight, okay? They will go back to Memphis down 3-1. They'll probably win game 5, and then they're going to come back to the Bay, and it's going to get closed out. That is my belief. Could I be wrong? Sure, but I doubt it.